In less than 12 months, the government is changing the rules on pensions, and the people who will be hit hardest are the ones who did everything right, saved diligently, built up a pot, planned for retirement. If you have a pension in the UK, this affects you directly. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's changing, whether you're at risk, and the 3 steps you can take right now to protect your family. But first, you need to understand why this is bigger than most people realize. Picture this. You've spent 30 years paying into your pension. Every month, a chunk of your salary goes in. Your employer tops it up. You've been responsible. You've done everything the financial guides told you to do. And then, one April morning in 2027, the rules change, quietly, without fanfare. And suddenly, the pension pot you built to look after your family becomes one of the most taxed assets you own. Here's the thing most people don't know. Right now, pensions sit outside of your estate for inheritance tax purposes. That means when you die, your pension pot passes to your loved ones largely tax-free. It's one of the most powerful wealth transfer tools in the UK. But from April 2027, that changes. The government is bringing unused pension pots into the inheritance tax net for the first time ever, and for millions of UK savers, the impact could be devastating. Before we get into what's changing, let's make sure we're on the same page about inheritance tax, or IHT as it's known. Think of it as a tax on what you leave behind. When you die, HMRC takes a look at everything you own, your house, your savings, your investments. If the total value is above £325,000, everything above that threshold gets taxed at 40%. That's the basic rule. Your estate pays the bill before your family gets a penny. Now, here's where pensions have always been different. Until now, your pension pot hasn't counted toward that total. It's been in a separate box, outside the estate, outside the tax net, which meant you could pass on hundreds of thousands of pounds in pension savings completely free of inheritance tax. It was one of the best-kept secrets in UK financial planning. Advisors have been recommending it for years, but that box is about to be opened. From April 2027, your unused pension pot will be counted as part of your estate for inheritance tax purposes. Let that sink in. The money you didn't spend in retirement, the pot you were carefully preserving to pass on, now sits directly in HMRC's sights. And here's where it gets particularly brutal. We're not just talking about one tax, we're talking about 2. First, inheritance tax at 40% on anything above the threshold. Then, if your beneficiary takes the money as income tax on top of that. This is what financial planners are calling the double tax trap. In the worst-case scenario, your pension pot could be taxed at a combined rate of over 60% before your family sees a single pound of it. Let's put some real numbers on this. The government's own figures show that 10,500 estates will face inheritance tax on their pensions for the first time when these rules kick in. A further 38,500 estates that already pay IHT will see their bills rise. The average increase? Around £34,000. That's £34,000 more that goes to HMRC instead of your children. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. My pension pot isn't that big. This probably doesn't affect me. But here's what most people miss. This isn't just about massive pension pots. This is about the combination. Your house, your savings, your ISAs, your investments. Add your pension on top of all of that, and suddenly a lot more people are over the threshold than they think. If your total estate, including your pension, is worth more than £325,000, you need to pay attention. So, what do you actually do about this? Here are 3 things you can act on right now, before April 2027. First, find out where you stand. Get a clear picture of your total estate value, house, savings, investments, and pension pot combined. If you're over £325,000, you need a plan. If you're not sure, speak to a financial advisor. Many offer a free initial consultation, and this is exactly the kind of thing they exist for. Second, consider spending your pension first in retirement. The old advice was to spend other assets and leave your pension untouched because it was tax-free on death. That logic is about to flip. From April 2027, it may make more sense to draw from your pension first and preserve your ISAs and other assets, which still pass on more efficiently. Your drawdown strategy needs a rethink. Third, look at your nomination of beneficiaries. Make sure your pension provider knows exactly who you want to receive your pension. This doesn't avoid the tax, but it ensures the right people get what's left in the most efficient way possible. It takes 10 minutes, and most people have never done it. You're already ahead of most people just by knowing this. The majority of UK savers will only find out about this change when it's too late to do anything about it. You're finding out now. If this video just saved your family from a tax bill they didn't know was coming, hit subscribe. We put out new videos every week breaking down your money in plain English. No suits, no jargon, just the stuff that actually matters.
In less than 12 months, the government is changing the rules.